Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bobby Barrick, professional fisherman and guide out here on the California Delta. We have a situation in Sacramento right now that needs your support, needs your awareness. They're in the process of appointing a czar to oversee the new peripheral canal of Northern California. This thing is in the process of going through without a lot of you folks knowing about it. There's two websites that I would like to direct you to. Yeah, you know, this day and age, nobody's got time to do anything, right? I'll tell you what, you guys need to make some time on this one here, because they're going to do this. They're going to create a new peripheral canal, and you folks are going to be sitting around in a couple of years going, how did this happen? What happened here? How come I wasn't informed? I'm trying to inform you right now. They're hoping that none of you folks read up on this, that have any idea as to what's going on, what this thing is all about. They want you in the dark, okay? That's why they're doing these closed-door meetings, so that they can come up. This czar, he's already, as far as I'm concerned, he's already in place. They're already surveying the land in West Sacramento to get this thing done without your approval. And I'll tell you what, this thing's going to be done with a bond measure that you folks are not aware of. This state has no money, as we all know. That's all we hear about in the news, right? Well, I'll tell you what, they're going to find some to get this canal dug. All right? calsport.org and restorethedelta.org. Please go to those websites. It will bring you up to speed. I would love to sit here and go over every single aspect of what these two websites can tell you. If you just take 10 minutes and look at these websites, it will bring you up to speed, and you will be shocked at what is being pulled through the back door and without you people knowing. They expect you people to trust the legislation and what's going on in Sacramento. Okay, we put those people there for a reason. We trust their decisions. I'll tell you what, you better read up on this one, because you folks that are sitting there going, it's about the Delta. It's not, you know, I fish Folsom, or I recreate on Folsom, or I recreate on Shasta. I'll tell you what, I hope you folks have pictures of the water at Shasta up in the trees, because those things right there are probably not going to happen anymore, all right? All that water that used to be in those reservoirs up to the trees, just below the trees, 80% capacity, 90% capacity, those days are going to be gone, okay? All that water that used to be in our reservoirs in Northern California is going to be going down a ditch to the San Joaquin farmers, all right? These guys are planting crops now that are annual crops. They're permanent crops. They used to never do that. The only way they can do that is to have an abundance of water to keep nurturing these crops down there. It's a desert down there, and they're trying to turn this whole desert green. And the thing is, it's going to be with your tax dollars that this water out of this river right here is going to end up down there. You folks really need to wake up, and especially you bass fishermen. I'm one of them, okay? We've always been take, put your boat on the trailer and leave, all right? Whenever there's an issue about this Delta, we've always let the CSPA or the Striped Bass Association or whatever go fight our battles in Sacramento. It's way beyond that now. We need everybody involved on this one. If you're a recreation boater, if you're one of those people that has one of those 30 to 40 foot boats, 25 to 40 foot boats that likes to go down to Mildred, that likes to go to Mandeville, that likes to go watch the fireworks show, you like to have a little rope and a little dinghy and a little raft out there and climb up on the raft, grab some sun, and then jump in the water and cool off, I'll tell you what, the water quality that you enjoy today, that you have been enjoying, which isn't what it was 10 years ago, it's going to get a whole lot worse. And it might get to the point where you don't tie the little dinghy up in the back of the boat anymore, because you don't want to get in this water. They're going to turn this place into a cesspool, okay? Those of you folks in the Discovery Bay area, Elk Grove, wherever you have a home close to the water, you bought that home because you enjoy everything that the Delta has to offer, especially water quality, recreation, all that stuff that's intertwined. All of that stuff is going to go away. It's going to change drastically so that these guys down here can make billions and billions of dollars off of the fruits, off of those trees, off of those orchards, whatever it is that they're planting down there. They can only be successful if they get more of this water, and that's bad for you and me, okay? I don't want to make this thing a 20, 25-minute thing. I just want you folks, please, be aware, go to calsport.org and restorethedelta.org. Robert Johnson is with restorethedelta.org. He's behind the scenes. He's got the nuts and bolts of what's going on. He tells you the truth. CSPA, same thing. They have been fighting these battles for 30 years. The only reason that they have not sucked all the water out of this river already is mainly because of CSPA. They've been fighting our battles, and these people, they don't have government funds coming in to support these guys to keep them rolling, okay? If you go to the websites, and if you can just, this isn't a money ploy, but if you could give up $10, $5, whatever it is, these people need money to maintain, to keep fighting our battle as much as they possibly can, but they can only do so much. The only way that the people in Sacramento will listen is if you, the people at home that put those people in those chairs, start to squawk. Otherwise, you have special interests down in the San Joaquin Valley that are going to manipulate these people in Sacramento, purchase these people in Sacramento, however it's done. You know the political game, I don't want to get into that, but read up on it. Be aware of what's going on. Tuesday afternoon, north steps of the Capitol in Sacramento, there's going to be a rally. We've got to show up in force, especially you bass fishing. I'll tell you what, at Assembly Bill 1253 in Sacramento a couple of months ago that we tried to defeat, when they tried to put the striped bass as an invasive species and they wanted it declassified, we kind of shot that one down, okay? Tony Stoltz from westernbass.com, Randy Pringle, fishing guide on the California Delta, and Bobby Barrick were the only ones there representing the black bass community. The fly fishermen were represented extremely well. The striped bass fishermen were represented extremely well. Now, us as bass fishermen, we use this resource as much as anybody does. A lot of times more. How come we're not showing up in greater numbers? And again, those of you guys that say, this is a Delta issue, I'll tell you what, anything and everything, this Delta is the heart of Northern California. Whether you realize that or not, it is. Every drop of water, for the most part, in the northern part of this state somehow ends up here. And all the tributaries and reservoirs that connect this place are going to be affected. So if you think this is just a Delta issue, you're wrong. This is a Northern California issue. It's going to affect the way you look at this Delta, the way you enjoy this Delta for the rest of your lives, and your kids' lives and your grandkids' lives. We need your help. Please do that. Go to the websites. I'm Bobby Barrick. Thank you very much for your time.